Hi class, you're staying at home and this can be really stressful. And when you feel stressful, you eat more. And I'm not gonna be helping you with this unit today because it's about food. Now, our big question is, where does our food come from? And to answer this question, we're gonna take a reading lesson later on. But before, we're gonna take these vocabulary words and try to understand them together. The first word is convenient. Now, the word convenient is an adjective, and we use it to describe something that is acceptable to do, or useful to do, or even the proper thing to do. Let's say you were sitting in the class and you raised your hand and asked for permission. Do you think it is a convenient thing to do? Of course it is, because you asked for it, you asked before talking, and that is the convenient, which is the correct thing to do. But on the other hand, if one of your friends was talking and some of your other friends interrupted him, do you think they did a convenient thing? No. Their action was inconvenient because it isn't acceptable and it isn't a good thing to interrupt a classmate while talking. Now here, we have this word export. Now the word export means to sell something. But the selling is not between two people, it is between two countries or more. So let's say if Lebanon planted some apples and wants to sell it to other countries like maybe Turkey. So when Lebanon sells the apples to Turkey, it means that Lebanon is exporting the apples to Turkey. Like in the case of this spinach bag, it is made here in Lebanon by a Lebanese company called Al-Wadi Al-Akhtar. So this spinach bag, or the company that made the spinach bag, actually wants to sell it to other countries. Let's say maybe to Germany, let's say. So this company wants to sell to another country. This means that this Lebanese company is gonna export this spinach bag to Germany. Now the word import here is also a verb, and it is the exact opposite of the word export. Now import means to buy from other countries. So here, let's say on this side, we have this delicious Nutella. Now, you know that Nutella is not made in Lebanon, and there's no factory that makes Nutella in Lebanon. So we have to import it as to buy it from other countries. So the spinach bag is exported to other countries, Lebanon exports it to other countries, while Lebanon imports Nutella from other countries like Canada, let's say. Now, the word local is an adjective, and I use it to describe something that is found near, let's say, my house, or in the area that I live in, or maybe the country that I live in. So if I say that this food is a local food, it means that perhaps I bought it from a place nearby, or perhaps I bought it or it was made by a company found in my country. So the other word here is whole food, and whole food is like, it's the food that was naturally found in Mother Nature, if you want to say, like apples. So apples are whole, complete apples. Now, if I want to change the apple into apple juice, I should do something, which is to process the apple into an apple juice. So when I process something, it means I change it. And this change is actually made by adding substances or things to the whole food, by cutting it, mixing it with other substances or elements. This means that I can process the milk into yogurt, butter, and cheese, and so many others. Now here we have the word package. Now when I package the products, I package them by putting them in special boxes or in special kind of containers. And the purpose of packaging is to actually preserve or protect the food from getting damaged or destroyed during the long flight or during the journey to reach your homes. Now, for example, I have this gallon of ketchup. Now, do you know what is ketchup mainly made out of? Yes, it is made out of this whole food, which is the tomato. So the tomato is the whole food that the ketchup was made out of. Now, of course, they process the whole food, the tomatoes, they process them and they added other maybe sugar or vinegar and other materials in order to change their color and change their taste into becoming what we know as the delicious ketchup. A farmer's market is a place, and it's a market, as it says here, where all the farmers come together in order to display and sell their products to people. And if I am a farmer that, let's say, takes care of animals and have a chicken coop, then I would be selling maybe the meat of the chicken, or perhaps I would be selling the eggs to customers. And if I have, let's say, cucumbers in my garden or in my farm, I sell cucumbers to the customers. Now, usually people go to the local farmer's market in order to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, unlike those imported from other countries. A corporate farm is a farm, and it is owned by a company. And this company actually, let's say, plants its farm and takes and harvests the crop and then process it into something else. Let's take a look at this delicious Master potato chips. Now, if you are craving for this bag of chips, would you go knock on the door of this company, of the Master company? Sure you won't, because they won't sell you this product. They only sell it to supermarkets. You go to the supermarket and buy from them. Now, the corporate farm that has the Master company plants its land with potatoes, harvests them later on, and then process them into potato chips by adding several ingredients to them and frying them in oil. Corporate farms have big and advanced machines, and these machines are used in order to harvest their crops and to collect whatever they need from the animals they have. Now, the reason these corporate farms need these machines is actually to work really fast and in a short period of time. So they collect as much as they can in a short period of time. Now, the grocery store is a store where we have vegetables and fruits. Now, we can have other items as well, like they can process olives into olive oil, or process, let's say, cucumbers into pickles. And you might even have eggs in the grocery store. Now, mainly the grocery store gets its merchandise or its products from the farmer's market, or they can plant it in their own plantation or own farm and just sell them in order to get the money they need. Now we come to the word agriculture. Now, agriculture is a noun that means farming. And when I say farming, I say taking care of animals and plants. So if I have a farmer that takes care of animals and plants, it means that this farmer is working in agriculture. If farmers and corporate farms are selling a lot of products, by either exporting to the outside or by selling locally in the country, this means that agriculture in Lebanon is really doing great because they are getting a lot of money. And when they get a lot of money, it means they are living respectfully in their country. Now, if people are not buying from the farmers and people are not buying the products made by the corporate farm, this means that they won't be able to sell. And when the farmers and the corporate farms will not be able to sell well, this means that eventually they will close their business. So the agriculture in Lebanon will be bad. Now we come to